Hello, welcome back to this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you're new here, you're welcome to join the family. My name is Millie, and it's only good vibes on the streets. Okay, so today I am so excited because I'm going to host someone who's a family person. He's married to a beautiful wife with two beautiful children. He's from Zimbabwe and is aspiring entrepreneur. He's a teacher as well. Let's have him. You said never let me go. Okay, so his name is Nesh. Nesh, you're welcome to this channel.
Thank you very much, Millie. And I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, so could you please say hello to the viewers?
Hi, viewers. I'm excited to be here, as I said, and we are happy to have you here. And to our subscribers, we are so grateful that you keep on supporting us. And if you're not a subscriber, I'm asking you to be part of this. Hit that button right now, and you are going to be part of this family.
So
Thank you.
today's theme, we're going to talk about the life experience of China before this whole COVID situation started. And I believe this is the right person. First of all, Nesh, how long have you been in China?
I've been in China for 12 years now.
Oh, wow, quite long.
Of course, you can say that.
Okay, so are you here with your family?
No, I'm not here with my family. Mhm.
So how does it feel to be away from your family?
Yeah, it's not a good feeling at all to be away from your loved ones. Uh, um, I think it has its own challenges and, if I may say, temptations as well. So it's not a good feeling at all to be away from my family.
Okay, so could you please kindly tell us, is racism still as how it was before, or something has changed?
Let me start by saying racism has always been there, everywhere, at every time, like in every place you've been. But well, in terms of this field that I'm in, is compared to now, I can say it has become more prevalent now than before. Maybe because before we were not as many as we are today. Uh, what I mean is like people of color. So there's been an influx of people of color coming in, and probably that has just made this thing like it's bigger than it was before. But yeah, I think it's to answer your question. Yeah, it's much worse than before.
And how is the travel part in China? Your experience with traveling?
While traveling, I think I have traveled many places in China than I've done back in my own country. Well, that's one thing China has taught me. Actually, it's kind of like a culture here where you have to travel. Like there comes a holiday, people travel, they find places to go. So I can say maybe when I first came here, it was like me. I wasn't used to traveling because I was thinking of the like how much am I going to be using and all the kind of thing. Like you always thinking like, okay, I'm spending money, but
Spending what I get.
exactly. But the moment you realize that now everyone is gone, and when probably when the school opens and people are talking of their experiences and if nothing to tell, like, what? So what did you do during the holiday? I'm like, I was just home. The only kind of traveling that I was used to uh, is, or I was thinking about, was going back home. Okay. Oh, it was a big travel. But what China has taught me that you gotta travel, you gotta be somewhere. So I've been to places in China that really, when I started doing that, I started appreciating traveling. So yeah, I think that's one thing that China has actually taught me as well. That yeah, you don't just sit, you don't just keep your money and save your money. You have to use your money, explore, learn something, be somewhere, see places. Yeah. And that has exposed me to certain places like hotels, 5-star hotels, things that I
Hey,
only used to
people with
see.
money.
No, no, it's in China. It's not about money. You
Oh,
realize that when you start doing these things, it's not about money, but the experience that you get out of it. And when you do that, when you start doing that, then you realize like, wow, I was missing.
I know.
For us, it's all about you want to keep that little money that you have. But anyway, what's money if it's not serving us? Yeah,
So is there any difference between now and then with regards to experience? I mean, by then I mean before COVID and now.
of course, of course, of course. COVID has changed everything. Yeah, well, in terms because right now people are mindful about their like expenditures. Like you can't be just spending, going, and you're not getting anything. So then like everything was going on well. You were in a position to know and to plan that I'm going to be working every day for the rest of this semester. Then I'm going to be doing this and that. But now with COVID, um, like speaking of, let me give an example of this year. What has happened in this year? I've been able only to work for 3.5 months of the whole year, which was something unheard of in the past. So you can see the traveling has actually come down for me on my part. Zero. I haven't been anywhere outside Beijing since 2019. So it's been like 3 years now. I haven't traveled to any place outside Beijing.
I feel like us who came during the COVID,
Mhm.
um, we don't know how life is in China. Generally, that experience we don't have it because all we have in mind is masking up, masking
Right,
everywhere you
right.
go,
That's true.
everywhere. So I feel like we missed out a lot.
That's true. That's true. You can say that. You can say that. Well, there is a lot that China can offer, everything being equal. There are a lot of activities that actually they do, not only like you going outside Beijing or you going, even in Beijing, there are a lot of activities that you can do in Beijing at the malls, at the festivals. There's a lot of activities that really happen when everything is equal. But now because of this COVID, I'm telling you now you cannot go there. There are restriction there. There are a lot of restriction that have come with COVID. So yeah, I can say you have missed out on what probably the China that you've heard when before you come here. Yeah, yeah, and it's true that that China we were talking about was really a place to be.
Sad for us. What would you recommend someone? How would you recommend someone in case the borders are open? Because we know that people are not allowed to come in. Would you recommend someone to come in China for hustle now?
Um, the hustle has also been affected as well. So, well, uh, if you're starting, I don't know, but it's not going to be easy for you, like it was before, and even the experiences that China was offering in terms of job offers for everyone has changed. But I think maybe they're going to open again. You never know, but it's not going to be the same. I've heard friends who have left because things that we used to enjoy and the things that uh, we are experiencing right now are different. So yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't right now with the current situation with what we are going through. And look at it. We this has been ongoing for 3 years, so we don't know. So I wouldn't like say to my brother or sister, "Hey, come here." Just it will become difficult for them and expensive at the same time.
So, if someone wants to come in China, if it's not for hustle, what would it be anyway, according to you, as of now?
Well, if you got your dollars, if you got your money,
Oh,
if
come and
you
spend it. But then you said,
well, for now,
uh,
it's yeah, it's the environment is not really that. Even tourism, like traveling,
mm,
it's not, because every place that you go right now, they need you to have your
punch it.
code, like everything. That becomes like a hassle,
Hectic,
like a
yeah.
necessary thing for you. You don't know the culture. You think maybe you are being profiled, but this is what China has become because of this COVID situation. And you cannot blame them. They're trying to save their place and trying to make sure that everyone is safe and all the stuff. So they have put in place all this kind of regulation. That can be a problem to you,
Mm,
who's coming in as a like someone who wants to think that your money can do everything. Of course, but for now things are not as they used to be. So I wouldn't encourage anyone to.
come. And I feel like things are getting worse and worse as time goes by. Do you? Do you see any hope of things getting better, or it's the end?
No, it depends on how we see it. Some are seeing opportunity in this. Yeah, you got to understand, like I said as well, uh, with my friend, I have a friend who is a business person that I just visit, and well, I learn from him. It's not like we learn from each other. I learn from him, and yeah, the way he says it, sometimes you see he is actually growing than before, and he sees himself and he's got his targets that you think, like, how can you think in terms of like expanding when things are like this, or when everyone is crying, and sometimes your business has been affected in the past. So how do you say this? So here's a different way. So like it has also helped me to think differently in how you see things, and yeah, and for him, maybe part partly because he has lived his part of his life in the States, so kind of like understand how things are differently than maybe the locals, and in terms of business. Yeah.
Okay, it has been so wonderful to have you here, Nach. Do you have any last word you want to tell to our viewers out there?
Uh, yeah. Well, maybe if there's anything that I would have to say, keep watching Millie K. I think uh, you can get more out of this um, programs, I guess. And if there's anything, you guys, if you want to come to China, yeah, China is a good place. China is a very good place. You can do business. Yeah, you can not only come here to do probably what we have been doing, like teaching and all the stuff, but there's a lot that you can come and connect with people and in your line of work. And for those that are coming for to learn, it's an opportunity again to use it to expand your knowledge, not only your knowledge, even the language itself. I see my friends, they are actually those that have went back home with this, they were fluent in this language, and that has become a thing for them. It's paying them, it's benefiting them. So it can only be your profession, but even the language is a plus in this world that we're living. Everywhere you go, they are Chinese. So if you can understand and know the language, you can be of value, or you can increase your value. So yeah, um, I think yeah.
All right. Could you please send regards to one or two people out there?
Well, yeah, I just want to say, of course, like we mentioned at the beginning, I've been away from my family for 3 years now. I just want to say I miss you guys, and I'm looking forward the day that we will be together again.
All right. It's been a wonderful episode. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you learned something out of today's episode. I can't thank you enough for sparing your time to watch, come on this channel and watch all my content. Thank you so much. Kindly like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to practice kindness. Until next time, bye.